Today's episode of Aquatic Wetline is brought to you by Oasis Aquatics. Find your oasis today. Find your next fish at oasisaquaticsnj.com. Check out Oasis Aquatics on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome to the incredible world of the Amazon, home to a diverse range of aquatic and rainforest animals. Get ready to encounter the fearsome piranhas, known for their sharp teeth and ferocious feeding frenzies. Witness the breathtaking beauty of the macaws, with their vibrant feathers and melodious calls echoing through the rainforest. Come face to face with the mighty anacondas, the largest snakes in the world, as they navigate their way through the Amazon's waterways. Meet plenty of other aquatic and rainforest creatures from the Amazon. Ready to dive deeper into the wonders of the Amazon? Join Aqua Alex right now from the Amazon. Life in Amazon goes live in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life in the Amazon, presented to you by Oasis Aquatics. I'm your host, South American fish keeper, Aqua Alex Cardinale. Catfish are one of my favorite species of fish, and South America is home to a majority of the catfish that are available in the aquarium hobby. There are many catfish species that call South America home. Perhaps the largest group of catfish in South America is the Pimelodidae Catfish. And that's the catfish we're going to be talking about tonight. Tonight on Life in the Amazon, we are traveling to the muddy bottoms of the Amazon River to learn about the catfish that are known as the long-whiskered catfish of South America, aka the Pimelodidae Catfish. Now, this is a huge family of catfish. There are 30 genera of species, with over 90 species of catfish in the Pimelodidae family. That includes their gigantic Piraba, which is one of the largest catfish in the world. That also includes red-tail catfish, which are another giant catfish found in South America. And it also includes tiger shovelnose catfish and the ever so popular Pictus catfish. So tonight here on Life in the Amazon, I'm going to give you information on the Pimelodidae catfish family, and then we'll talk about some of the most popular species in that family. And then, of course, I've got images, and I've got 9 videos of some of these incredible Pimelodidae catfish. So, as always, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you have any questions, please post them down in the comments below. And please be sure to smash that like button. All right, we have a lot of information to get to, so let's go ahead and start the show. Here is some information on the Pimelodidae family. And I'm pretty sure I butchered that name, but who cares? It's a show, and I've got great information on the Pimelodidae. All right, so as I said earlier, they are known as long-whiskered catfish. The family Pimelodidae has undergone much revision. Currently, it contains about 30 genera and about 90 recognized and known but unnamed species. There are probably over 100 different catfish in this family. Many long-whiskered catfish grow to be very large, including the Piraba, which can reach about 10 feet in length. That is a huge catfish. They have 3 pairs of barbels, with maxillary barbels that may reach the length of the fish's body. Like many other catfish, their body lacks scales. The adipose fin is well developed. Now, unique among many other catfish, many species of Pimelodidae have juvenile forms that appear differently from their adult forms in color pattern as well as body shape. You will see this in red-tail catfish. You will see this in tiger shovelnose catfish. You will see this in Tigrinus and Juruense catfish. Those are just examples of the juvenile forms of Pimelodidae catfish that change when they mature. Now, Brachyplastoma species have specialized pelagic young with greatly elongated barbels and thin filaments and strongly ornamented pectoral spines. Other large pimelodids, such as Pistoplastoma, tiger shovelnose, Cerebim, lima shovelnose, and Sorabim acaifis, which is the firewood catfish, whose young inhabit vegetated marginal waters, they have distinct cryptic coloration patterns and much enlarged caudal and pectoral fins. Now, these catfish are generally bottom-living fish, though some are pelagic and some can probably be filter feeders. This catfish species does not guard their young. Because of the large size in many species, such as your red tails, your Piraibas, your tiger shovelnose, Pimelodids are an important food fish in South America. Many species have been hybridized through the use of hormones in an effort to get even larger fish. This same size factor also makes them very popular for sport fishing. Later on in the show, we're going to see one such hybrid of Pimelodids. We're going to see a red-tailed cat times tiger shovelnose hybrid later on in the show when I play videos of them. Now, Pimelodids are a common addition to Amazonian-themed exhibits in zoos and public aquaria. I know for a fact that at New England Aquarium, you will see a giant red-tailed cat. In other aquariums around the country and around the world, they'll have red-tailed cats, they'll have Niger cats, they will have Piraba cats, but Niger cats aren't on the Pimelodidae family. They're going to be on next week's species of catfish family. Despite the looming danger of size in many species, Pimelodids remain a popular home aquarium fish. Now, controversy exists over whether or not many of the larger species should be sold in the aquarium hobby because of their adult size. That controversy sits with the red-tailed cat, the tiger shovelnose, and certainly the Piraba. I firmly believe the Piraba doesn't belong in the aquarium hobby. The red-tailed catfish is give or take. There are some fish keepers out there that do have a pond. So I would say that the red-tailed cats are better off for those with a massive pond. Tiger shovelnose, on the other hand, are more they're more easily kept in the aquarium hobby because they don't get as big as a red-tailed cat, but they still can reach 3 to 3.5 feet. So they would definitely need somewhere of 300 gallons and larger. Now, many of the Pimelodidae catfish family are very hardy and easy to take care of. That's why they're so popular in the aquarium hobby. However, it should be taken into consideration with other fish to house your Pimelodids with, as they do not hesitate to eat other fish that are small enough. So any of the Pimelodidae catfish family will eat smaller fish that'll fit in their mouth. As far as catfishes go, Pimelodids are far more eat-em-uppers than cleaner-uppers, with even small species possessing and utilizing relatively large mouths to suck up their tank mates, particularly at night. And some of this family members are amongst the largest of freshwater fish. Like I said earlier, the Piraba can get 10 feet, and the red-tailed catfish can get up to 6 feet. And quickly so under preposterous aquarium conditions. So under a large aquarium, these catfish can get really big. Pimelodids are characterized as possessing a pair of long maxillary upper barbels, whiskers, and 2 pair of shorter mandibular ones. They have naked scaleless bodies. They possess elongated adipose fins, and they importantly possess stoat spines on the anterior of their dorsal and pectoral fin. So one of the biggest pains with this catfish is netting them and catching them, because the Pimelodus pictus is a good example of their spines getting caught in the net. Also, tiger shovelnose, lima shovelnose, many of the Tigrinus and Juruense cats, their spines get caught in the nets. That's just a result of this family having those spines that I mentioned, the stout spines on the anterior of their dorsal and pectoral fin. So once those fins get caught in the net with the spine, it's a real pain in the ass to get it out. You really have to use scissors to take it out, and it's a pain to do that. So just be careful when netting these catfish. Now, the cool thing about the Pimelodides is that there's a lot of different sizes in this group. Some of the smaller Pimelodids max out at a few inches in length, but the monstrous ones can get up to 6 feet in length with the red-tailed catfish. And then you've got your giant of the family, the Piraba, which can get 3 meters, almost 10 feet in length. Now, these catfish are demersal, spending almost all their time on the bottom, at times being active during the day, but principally hunting for food by dark of the night. They prefer larger waters that are aquascaped in such ways that allow them to turn around easily and get out of bright lighting. Healthy Pimeloid cats are clear-skinned and bright-eyed. They breathe in a regular, non-labored fashion, though newly arrived specimens may well have burned, bitten, or rubbed down whiskers. These barbels will regrow if not too reduced. New purchases should be housed by themselves or with conspecifics that are apparently disease and marking free. Pay special attention to parts of the body near fin origination for bloody spotting. Avoid all specimens in such systems. Time on hand can be a useful indication of health. If you're considering an expensive specimen like a Juruense, a Tigrinus, or a Dorado, you are advised to place a substantial deposit on it if it's newly arrived and hold off a good week or more before picking it up. Many mysterious losses occur within a few days of these fish's arrival. All of them are wild caught, and a few days of resting up will generally show whether the specimen is going to recover from the rigors of collection and transport or not. In the wild, most Pimelodids are nocturnal feeders, though they will adapt to daytime meals in captivity. Most are not very active during the day, with the exception of the smaller Pimelodus species, but even less motile with too frequent or overfeeding. For new arrivals, offering meaty, mouth-sized morsels just past lights out is recommended, and for all but the smallest individuals, once daily feeding should suffice. A word of caution regarding feeding whole fish to your larger Pimelodid cats. Take care to remove the spinous fin rays of such whole foods, or better still, dispense with using them altogether and fillet them instead. Newly arrived specimens are almost always starved, if not near starved, as a consequence of food deprivation in in anticipation of shipping, These animals should be catered to immediately and watched for signs of feeding and hollow bellies, and offered food choices toward nighttime. A healthy pimelodid catfish will eat right away. Although feeding strikes amongst these fish species is not uncommon, it should not be a cause for alarm unless they persist for weeks and the specimen appears to be wasting. Oftentimes, a change to a new food type, like live earthworm, shrimp, or cut fish, will reverse a cessation in feeding. And that is information on the Pimelodid family. So now let's talk about the different Pimelodi family, the different catfish in the Pimelodi family. Let's start with the most common, and that is the Pimelodus. So this family includes your Pictus catfish, your four-line Pictus, and your ornate Pictus. These are pretty cool catfish. Most of these catfish are perfect for the aquarium hobby because the catfish in the Pimelodus family, they all max out at around 10 inches, with the exception of the Pimelodus pictus, which generally can reach about 8 inches in length. Now, the Pimelodus pictus has been a catfish that I have had a hard time keeping in recent years. When I lived in Massachusetts, I had no problem keeping Pimelodus pictus, but I think it's because of Florida's hard water. I have a hard time keeping Pimelodus pictus. But I have no problem keeping and raising the four-line pictus, known as Pimelodus blotchi. The Pimelodus blotchi is a very easy to keep Pictus cat, and I really enjoy keeping it. And the ornate Pim is very beautiful. They're a very cool Pictus cat. They're like a tiger shovelnose, but they stay smaller, reaching about a foot in length. Very, very cool catfish. You can't go wrong with the Pimelodus catfish. Up next, we've got the Sorabim catfish, aka the Lima shovelnose family. Now, there are a couple of different species of Lima shovelnose, but they all get about the same size. Lima shovelnose can get about 14 to 18 inches in length, so they can live well in a 6-foot aquarium or larger, and they are a schooling type of shovelnose, so you can definitely have more than one Lima shovelnose together in a home aquarium. I currently have 2 Lima shovelnose in the 6-foot aquarium behind me, and Lima shovelnose are one of my favorite of this family of catfish because they look very unique. Juvenile Lima shovelnose don't have the spotting on them like you see on the screen there, but as the juvenile Lima shovelnose reaches into adulthood, they will get that beautiful spotting that you see on the screen. So the Sorabim Lima, very cool Pimelodid catfish. And then we've got another cool Pimelodid catfish that's like a shark, and that is the vulture catfish. I've always been a fan of the vulture cat. They are very cool. Vulture cats can reach up to 18 inches in length, and they are a very active catfish. And they're like sharks because when they eat, they go on a hunger shark feeding frenzy. They love to eat, and they will go up and down the aquarium glass trying to get the food. Very comical fish to feed. Very cool to see a catfish go crazy for food. Very, very cool. Now, in the wild, the locals in South America, they will feed the vulture catfish leftover dolphin meat and chopped up fish pieces and even pieces of caiman. So that's why they're called vultures. They will eat anything in the wild, including dolphin meat, caiman meat, fish meat, and other food. Very cool catfish, very much like a shark. And they definitely have the shark-like fin, and they have that monster look, the monster appetite, and a pretty good monster size at 18 inches, and they can be kept in 6-foot aquariums, and they are a schooling catfish as well. Another type of vulture cat or in the same genus as the vulture catfish. I probably don't know the scientific name correctly. I'm probably not going to pronounce it right, but it starts with a P. It's a double P catfish, but they get much larger than the vulture cat, and they're very, very cool. I think they're known as the jumper catfish in the aquarium hobby. And then we've got one of the monster fish keepers' favorites in the aquarium hobby, one of my favorites as well. We've got the infamous red-tailed catfish. Red-tailed catfish are very cool. Unfortunately, red-tailed catfish get massive. They can get up to 6 feet in length. And pretty soon here on Life in the Amazon, I'm going to show you an image of how big they get in the wild. But red-tailed cats are very cool. I can speak from personal experience in that they are very fun to feed. It's very cool to watch a red-tailed catfish gorge on food. Very, very cool. The red-tailed cat is in the Pimelodidae family, but they're one of the larger Pimelodidae, just like the Piraba. So the red-tailed cat is one of South America's top growing catfish, but a very cool catfish. You will never hear me talk bad about the red-tailed cat, but unfortunately, I think in the aquarium hobby, the red-tailed cat is one of those catfish that is often mistreated because it's not given a proper sized aquarium. And then we've got a really cool catfish that is called the firewood catfish. Now, this catfish looks like a juvenile tiger shovelnose, but it's not. It's an actual catfish species in its own right. It is known as the firewood catfish or planiceps catfish. Very, very cool. I don't know too much about them, but I know that they can get pretty big. They can get up to 2 feet in length. And then we have the marbled catfish. We have the marbled sailfin catfish, Lirius sailfin, and we've got the Pimelodidae catfish. These are both interesting looking catfish. They are both unique looking. I love the looks of both of these catfish. I have kept the Pimelodidae before, but I have not kept the marbled sailfin yet. But one day I will have a marbled sailfin. Very, very cool catfish. All right, now we're going to talk about one of my favorite Pimelodidae catfish family, and that is the tiger shovelnose catfish. When people think of tiger shovelnose catfish, they think there's only 1 or 2 species, but there's actually a lot of tiger shovelnose species. So let me turn off my ticker here for a moment so I can show you the banner, the chart of all the different tiger shovelnose species. So these are all the species of Pimelodidae catfish. These are all the species of tiger shovelnose catfish. So as you can see at the bottom, we have the spotted shovelnose that's known as the Carascans. Then you've got the reticulatum shovelnose. Then you've got the punctifier shovelnose, fasciatum, the Orinoco shovelnose, the Tigrinum shovelnose, and a couple of others. So as you can see, the Pimelodidae tiger shovelnose catfish are found all over South America. You'll find them in places like Brazil, Orinoco, Guyana, Peru, and the Amazon River. This is a large family of the Pimelodidae family. Pimelodidae are the tiger shovelnose catfish. Very, very cool. And then up next, we've got the Brachyplasma family. And these include species such as the slobbering catfish, your Juruense catfish, your Tigrinus catfish, but they also include the infamous Piraba. Piraba, the catfish that can get up to 10 feet in length. Wow. I may end up doing a special episode for the 50th episode. Maybe the 50th episode of Life in the Amazon will focus on this group of catfish. We'll definitely touch on the Piraba. and we'll definitely focus on the slobbering cat, the Tigrinus, and the Juruense. But they're very cool catfish. The slobbering cat is a very cool species of this family. They can get up to 24 inches in length. The Juruense and Tigrinus are also very cool. They're very manageable. They can get about 20 inches, so you can keep them in a 6-foot aquarium. The Piraba really should not be in the aquarium hobby because the Piraba can get 10 feet in length. And there's another species of catfish in the family that I really like. It is known as the Dorado. It's like a great white shark of the Amazon. It's like a great white shark because it has that gold coloration. But they are a migrating catfish species, and I feel they don't belong in the aquarium hobby because they need the swimming space and they need to migrate. So I feel they should be left in the wild. All right. Those are all the species of Pimelodidae catfish. Of course, there are some that I did not mention. There are other species of Pimelodidae catfish that aren't in the aquarium hobby that live in South America, but I'm not going to feature them here on this episode. So enough of me talking. Now it's time for the fun part of the show. It's time for images and videos of Pimelodidae catfish. I've got 9 videos we're going to play, but first we're going to start with some images of these beautiful catfish. So up first, we've got the slobbering catfish. These are a very cool catfish related to the Piraba. They stay a lot smaller than the Piraba. I believe they can get 24 inches, but they're extremely rare in the aquarium hobby. They're a very seasonal fish. So if you see a South American importer get them, you see a South American importer importing them, get them because they're definitely worth it. I had one a couple years ago, fell in love with it, but then I had festivum cichlids that started nipping at it, and I lost it. So just be very careful with the Brachyplastoma catfish, like the slobbering cat and the Tigrinus, because they could be a little bit on the delicate side. Here is another image of a larger slobbering cat. This is the one that I actually purchased a few years ago. The one up front and center is the one that I purchased from Malone's Monster a couple years ago. He was about 9 inches, and he ate well. But like I said, he got fin nipped by a festivum, and the nipping of the fins kind of stressed him out, I think. But very cool catfish. Here is my favorite of the Brachyplastoma family, and that would be the Juruense catfish. Very beautiful fish. That is a gorgeous catfish. Now, before, Juruense used to be cheaper than Tigrinus, but I think now it's been reversed. I think Juruense are more expensive than Tigrinus because you see Tigrinus more often than you do Juruense in the aquarium hobby. So that's the Juruense catfish. Here is a beautiful juvenile Tigrinus catfish. Very, very cool. The Tigrinus cats are definitely very, very nice fish. Here is an adult Tigrinus. You can see how the Tigrinus changes from juvenile. Here's the juvenile stage to adult. And this is the adult stage of the Tigrinus. Very, very cool. Now, I said that the red-tailed cat is one of South America's largest Pimelodidae catfish and one of their largest catfish in general. Well, here's a red-tailed cat in Brazil. Check how large it looks in a pool of water. That just goes to show you how large red-tailed catfish get, folks. This is a pool of water, a small pond in Brazil, and this red-tailed cat has to be at least 4 or 5 feet. That's the size of a 75-gallon aquarium. So that shows you how large a red-tailed catfish can get. Very, very cool fish, though. I've got a lot of love and respect for the red-tailed catfish. Then we've got the tiger shovelnose. And as we learned earlier in the show, there are a couple of species of tiger shovelnose. But this is one of the more commonly available tiger shovelnose in the aquarium hobby. Very beautiful fish. And then we've got the lima shovelnose, another beautiful catfish in this family. That's the only Pimelodidae catfish I have at the moment. I only have 2 Lima shovelnose currently, but I will be getting some more Pimelodidae catfish in the future. Maybe I'll get my first Tigrinus. Maybe I'll get another slobbering cat, but we'll see. Here we have a regular Pimelodus pictus, one of the more popular smaller Pimelodidae catfish. Pictus cats are very, very cool. And then we've got giant red-tailed catfish being kept in a home aquarium. They are cool catfish, but they need very large aquariums, so keep that in mind, folks. Here is another juvenile tiger shovelnose. You guys know how much I love tiger shovelnose. They're one of my favorite catfish. And finally, we've got Pimelodus pictus. They like to be kept in schools, so make sure you keep them in schools 4, 5, or 6. And those are all the images that I have for you on this episode. And now it's time to get to our videos of the Pimelodidae catfish family. I've got 9 videos, but I'm going to play 5, and then we'll take our intermission. So our first video is going to be a video on the slobbering catfish. Here is the slobbering catfish.
Check out the Brachyplatystoma platynemus. Gorgeous. The slobbering catfish, guys. That's a super silver one we got in. I don't think we're selling them though. I think we're keeping that super silver. We didn't get to keep any of the last batch and they turned out gorgeous. But check out these slobbering cats. Absolutely gorgeous. These guys won't last, very rare. Very, very rare, I should say, and hard to find in the business. You know why they last? $85 here at Malone's Monsters. We're in Boca Raton, Florida.
Very cool catfish for sure. Now let's see a beautiful zebra shovelnose, aka Tigrinus. Do you like it hot and dirty? What a song choice for that video. But that was some beautiful Tigrinus catfish. So here are some beautiful Juruense catfish. The false zebra shovelnose.
Might be a good way to go down So do you know anybody around that would actually grow the tanks?
Well, earlier on in the show, we talked about hybrid catfish. And in the Pimeloidae family, there are a couple of hybrids. One of the most popular hybrids in the aquarium hobby is that of a red-tailed catfish being mixed with a tiger shovelnose. There's also a tiger shovelnose being mixed with a marble achara. But on today's episode, I've got 2 videos for you. I've got the red-tailed catfish and tiger shovelnose hybrid videos. These are pretty cool catfish. I have kept my fair share of them, but they are a mixture of a red-tailed cat and a tiger shovelnose, so they're going to get equally as big. So the thing with the red-tailed cat times tiger shovelnose hybrids, just like most hybrids, is that there's going to be some deficiencies in them. That one was missing an eye, but there might be some that get gill curl. Unfortunately, gill curl can be common in regular red-tailed cats, but for some reason it's prevalent in the hybrids. And they can also have a deformed mouth like a tiger shovelnose does when it's kept in a small aquarium, or when they commercially breed regular tiger shovelnose, they get a deformed nose. So those are just some deficiencies in this species. But I do have a lot of love for the red-tailed cat times tiger shovelnose hybrid. Here's another video of a red-tailed cat times tiger shovelnose hybrid. So what's interesting about the red-tailed cat times tiger shovelnose is originally it was bred as food fish. They wanted to make as large of a catfish as they could, so they bred a red-tailed cat with a tiger shovelnose through genetics, and thus we came up with the red-tailed cat times tiger shovelnose hybrid, and it is now available in the aquarium hobby. All right now we're going to take a quick intermission. And this intermission is being brought to us by our sponsor, Oasis Aquatics. During this intermission, you're going to hear a word from Oasis Aquatics, and you're also going to hear about some special upcoming live streams here on my YouTube channel. And you're also going to hear about a couple of Facebook groups that I am a member of and an admin of, and I'm inviting all my fish keeping viewers to check out. Life in the Amazon, episode 48 on Pimelodidae Catfish continues right after this. Don't go anywhere, folks.
So my name is Tom. I started fish keeping when my grandfather dug a fish tank out of the attic when I was about 5 years old.
So my name's Matt. I'm part of Oasis Aquatics. Been doing this for a long time. Started when I was about 7 years old. 22 years of doing this business.
I'm 29 years old now. I never stopped. There wasn't a day in between where I did not think about fish keeping.
I was doing a vet tech job for many years. Eventually I stopped that because this is my passion in my life.
Matt and I have known each other far too long, as many friendships should be.
And you're like, you know what? We need a fish store. There's no fish stores around here. So we had to make it easy access for everyone, to have many varieties from the little small stuff for everyone to the monster fish keeper people.
No matter what it is that you're looking to do, we can provide it for you.
What does the word fair spell out? What does the word fair mean to pet keepers? It means fish, amphibians, inverts, and reptiles. Out with aquarium obsession and in with fair. Still the same great group, now with a new name to be inclusive to hobbyists from all areas of the pet hobby. Have tropical fish? Great. You are welcomed. Have amphibians? Awesome, you are welcomed. Have invertebrates like scorpions, crayfish, insects, and others? Great. Please come join the group and show them off. Have reptiles? You too are welcome. Share your fish, amphibians, inverts, and reptiles in the group. Ask questions and get help from experienced hobbyists. Plenty of fun group activities daily, such as YouTube Thursdays where fish keeping YouTubers can share their videos. Have aquarium supplies you want to sell? Check out our sister Facebook group, Fair Equipment and Supplies Sales Group. Check out and join our great Facebook groups, now inclusive to more pet hobbyists. Search on Facebook f.i.r/fish amphibian invertebrates reptiles for the main group, and f.i.r equipment and supplies sales group for the sales group to sell your pet supplies.
Hey fish keepers, Aqua Alex Cardinale, owner and founder of Facebook Fish Keeping Group. Yep, we like fish keeping. My goal today is to invite you to join my Facebook group. Yep, we like fish keeping. We welcome fish keepers from all over the world. We welcome fish keepers of all ages. On Yep, we like fish keeping, you can post photos and videos of your tropical fish. You can ask tropical fish questions. You can share your Facebook fish groups on Mondays and Fridays. And you can also interact with other fish keepers. This group is just starting, so help us grow. Check out Yep, We Like Fish Keeping on Facebook or click the link in the episode description. You are not going to want to miss the next episode of Friday Live with Aqua Alex. On the next episode of Friday Live with Aqua Alex, a few more segments will debut. There will be a featured saltwater fish, a featured South American fish, and Aqua Alex Awesome Fish every Friday starting on the next episode. The featured saltwater fish will be the maroon clownfish. The featured South American fish will be the banded leperinus. Aqua Alex's awesome fish will be the rotkeel severum. Aqua Alex's featured fish will be the tinfoil barb. Aqua Alex will discuss salt being used in a freshwater aquarium, and he will have tips for selling fish on Craigslist. Aqua Alexa will have aquarium facts on ditherfish. There will be a surprise special guest. What will be the featured Oasis Aquatics fish, and more. Don't miss the next Friday Live with Aqua Alex, live Friday, June 14th, 2024 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale and Twitch Real Alex Cardinale 1993. On the next Saturday Live, it's time to celebrate fathers. The next Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale will be Father's Saturday Live, and it takes place Saturday, June 15th, 2024, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. The animal of the world will be the chimpanzee. The Oasis Aquatics featured fish will be the red-tailed giant gourami. Aqua Alex's featured fish will be the fire eel and the panther grouper. The local South Florida featured business will be AMF Bowling in Boynton Beach. Alex will have facts on Fenway Park and Instagram. WWE fan Alex Cardinale will be on hand as he'll review and recap WWE Clash at the Castle 2024. And Alex will discuss Father Day activities, WWE dads who are wrestlers, and he'll answer the question, would he want to be a father? All that and more live on Father's Saturday Live, Saturday, June 15th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Excited to announce Friday Live with Aqua Alex will have its first official guest interview on Friday, June 21st, 2024. Our special guest will be Jesse, a.k.a. Fish YouTuber Salient Aquatics. What will Jesse and Aqua Alex discuss? Don't miss it, live Friday, June 21st, 2024 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on Friday Live with Aqua Alex.
Alex Cardinale invites you to the 100th episode of Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale. The 100 Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale airs Saturday, June 29, 2024 at a special start time of 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be a party and lots of fun to celebrate 100 episodes of Saturday Live. 100 Saturday Live is being sponsored by Oasis Aquatics, and there will be an Oasis Aquatics giveaway. One fish keeper will walk away with a special prize. There will also be an Oasis Aquatics store tour. Aqua Alex welcomes 2 fish keepers to the party as special guests. Jeremy Lady and Brandon King will chat fish keeping with Aqua Alex on 100 Saturday Live. Plus, special cameo appearances. Chef Alex will be on hand to make homemade red velvet cake perfect for 4th of July festivities. All that and more. 100 Saturday Live airs Saturday, June 29, 2024 at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale.
All right, welcome back to Life in the Amazon, episode 49. And tonight we are talking about Pimelodidae Catfish. And now it's time to see the rest of our videos that I have for you. So let's get right back to our videos now. That was the marble sailfin catfish. Very cool catfish. One of the catfish that I want to get that I haven't had yet. Here is the other marble catfish from this family. This one is known as the marble dachara. That was a very beautiful marble dachara cat. Here are some beautiful tiger shovelnose. All right, and our final video for this episode is of one of my favorite Pimelodus, the 4-line pictus. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching this episode of Life in the Amazon. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Pimelodidae Catfish, my all-time favorite South American catfish group. Now, if I had to pick a favorite of this family, it would be pretty difficult because there's a lot of them that I like. But I probably would say the tiger shovelnose would be ranked at the top for me. Then it'd be followed by the Juruense and the Tigrinus. And I have yet to keep the Tigrinus, but one day I will. Can you guys believe that tonight's episode of Life in the Amazon was our 48th? I didn't think I'd make it till 30, but now we're at 48 episodes of Life in the Amazon. So that means we are only 2 episodes away from our 50th episode. So what should I do to celebrate 50 episodes of Life in the Amazon? What topics should I cover? Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts and your ideas for a cool 50th episode of Life in the Amazon. But on the next episode of Life in the Amazon, we're going to talk about the next biggest group of South American catfish, and that is the Doradiid family. Now, the Doradiid catfish includes your Raphaels, it includes your Megalodorus uraniis, your Niger cats, your Hacer oriensis. So basically a lot of armored catfish. So on the next episode of Life in the Amazon, we will talk about the Doradiid catfish. Possibly on the 50th episode, we'll have a special guest, and maybe we'll talk about the Brachyplastoma catfish more in depth, but we will see. But on the next episode of Life in the Amazon, we will have the 50th episode finalized, and I will have information on the 50th episode for you next week on our next episode of Life in the Amazon. Well, fish keepers and South American catfish lovers, thank you for watching this episode of Life in the Amazon. I'm Aqua Alex Cardinale coming at you from Green Acres, Florida. Enjoy your Pimelodidae catfish and enjoy the aquarium hobby. Happy fish keeping and good night, everybody.
Thank you very much for watching this live stream of the Real Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed the show. I want to thank you all for your patronage for the last 10 years. It's going to be incredible riding into the future with more awesome live streams and videos. Aqua Alex Cardinale, Chef Alex Cardinale, WWE fan Alex Cardinale, Detective Alex Cardinale, and the Real Alex Cardinale would like to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this live stream, please smash that like button. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button and become a legendary viewer and a legendary Cardinale. Check out the Real Alex Cardinale on social media. Facebook Alex Cardinale, American Alex. Instagram instagram.com/Alex Cardinale 93. Fish keepers, please join our amazing Facebook fish keeping group Aquarium Obsession. Check out and support Oasis Aquatics, our amazing supporter since July of 2023. www.oasisaquaticsnj.com. Follow Oasis Aquatics on Facebook and Instagram. Have a good night and thanks for watching. Stay legendary.